My name is R. Crosby Lyles, and this is News from the Can.
It's still full of shit. And of course we have Sarah Huckabee Sanders. We are graced with Sarah's presence tonight. I have to say I'm a little starstruck. I love you as Aunt Lydia on The Handmaid's Tale. Mike Pence, if you haven't seen it, you would love it. Every time Sarah steps up to the podium, I get excited because I'm not really sure what we're gonna get. You know, a press briefing, a bunch of lies, or divided into softball teams. It's shirts and skins, and this time don't be such a little bitch, Jim Acosta. I actually really like Sarah. I think she's very resourceful. Like, she burns facts, and then she uses that ash to create a perfect smoky eye. Like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's lies. It's probably lies. And I'm never really sure what to call Sarah Huckabee Sanders. You know, is it Sarah Sanders? Is it Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Is it Cousin Huckabee? Is it Auntie Huckabee Sanders? Like, what's Uncle Tom but for white women who disappoint other white women? Oh, I know, Aunt Coulter.
So, that's pretty cringeworthy. It is. And I've, there were moments in here throughout this, throughout Michelle Wolf's presentation that were, I found to be somewhat cringeworthy. I did. And that's the big beef, if you go and you watch Steven Crowder, and he's all, talking about the death of comedy and stuff like that. I don't know. I thought this lady was pretty funny, to tell you the truth. I did. And here's the thing. All these people are complaining that Michelle Wolf's material was cringeworthy. Well, Donald Trump's stock and trade over his entire, what put him in the White House was his ability to tell the truth, supposedly, the quote-unquote truth, to the point that people were cringed out by what he said, but then they'd say, well, yeah, but it's really true. He called Haiti a shithole. And, it really is a shithole. He told the truth, but it's cringeworthy. It's just as cringeworthy when the family drunk tells the truth. So, points to the elephant in the room and that kind of stuff. But we thank them for it. So we say, yeah, that's what put Donald Trump in the Oval Office. Well, here's Michelle Wolf telling the truth, man, to the point that it's cringeworthy. And I'm sorry, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is uncomfortable because, she's got to go up there and be the front person for a bunch of bullshit. In order to do PR work, to float the reputation of this administration that's fraught with so many problems, man, you got to tell some lies. And it's uncomfortable, and I'm sorry. And every other, half the words out of Michelle's mouth here were, talking about the mendacity. So, man, turnabout's fair play. So it's really kind of ponderous that there are people like Steven Crowder out there, complaining that Miss Wolf stepped over the line and went after Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Oh, she was so cruel. Oh, well, it was so terrible and stuff like that. But, meanwhile, Jesus, this is what Michelle Wolf is doing is no worse than what Donald Trump does every day. It's no less cringeworthy, and certainly no less egregious. I would say less egregious, frankly. Yeah, bag this up over here. Is she wrong? Was anything that she said wrong? Why should we give Sarah Huckabee Sanders a pass for being the point person, the face, the voice of an administration that is so mendacious and so stained with corruption. Why are we so willing to give her a pass? Michelle Wolf came out with a hot iron to lance this boil, and that's how she sees it. And gee, tough shit. You know what? It's tough shit. So, and I don't agree with this whole, here's another thing. The left, I don't know what all this social justice warrior shit is necessarily, animal rights and all this stuff that's been tacked on to the left, the supposed left. Now the left is all of this weird, gay rights is gay rights. Civil rights is civil rights. Animal rights is animal rights. The left is socialism. That's it. So all of that social justice warrior, weird third wave feminism stuff that the first and second wave feminists, they don't even know what the hell the third wave feminists are even talking about. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. All that weird crapola going on with some folks. I don't know what that is. But socialism, that's the left. So, weird. And you got socialism anyway. What you have is you think, well, you're going to vote for Donald Trump and you're not going to have socialism anymore. You got socialism in spades with Donald Trump. You got more socialism than you know what to do with. You got middleman socialism. That's what it is. Middleman socialism. Where all your socialistic needs are met by a third party, which is really that, in all honesty. You have a privately owned corporate entities that manage the socialism, the social network. And that's really what the Nazis were doing during World War II. That's really what the German Nazis were doing. That's what they had going on. It was a military-industrial complex type of privately owned socialism, essentially. The Waffen-SS and all that. It was a privately owned security company. So, that's what it is. That's what fascism is. Basically, socialism. It's a national socialism. National socialism is where only the nationals get the benefits of the socialism, right? And everybody else has to suck wind, right? So that means that only, to the extreme would be only, Aryan, blue-eyed, blonde-haired Aryan people get the benefits of socialism, the cheap health care and the cheap education and all that stuff, and everybody else, has to, bitch shovel the shit and go to the camps. So, but anyway, all that stuff is administered by private corporations. That's what they did. That's what Nazi Germany, that's how it was operated, and it's really not that much different than how we got going on in the United States right now. As long as, that middleman, so they tax the people, right? And instead of the money going to, a government-run facility where you have government employees facilitating the dispensing and the administering how those funds are spent and used amongst the people, you have a third party that's corporately owned by an individual or a group of individuals. So, and then they give everybody a pay cut and dispense less of the funds and then scoop the profits off the top. It's graft, essentially. So that's what it is. But you got socialism in spades right now. Big time. And real quick, fuel prices right now. It's if you check AAA's average gas price, national gas prices, the average is about $2.81 a gallon for regular gas. It's up, and it's higher than that in a lot of places, and it's going to get higher. And here's my prediction that it's going to be $4 a gallon by the summertime at the least, because it's all about higher profits for the oil companies and the people with power. So, but that's cool. Higher fuel prices mean people are going to be burning less fuel, and that's better for the environment. That's that's a solution for global warming. Higher fuel prices is a solution for global warming. The corporate socialists, the globalists, as what's his face likes to call them. They know about global warming, and they want to do something about it. Trust me. But their answer to doing that is going to make sure that they get their profits, that they profit. I mean, the obvious answer is higher fuel prices. Then the fuel companies they get their profits, they get their money, they make their money, and the public is induced into burning less, into becoming more efficient. They're more efficient, and it's win-win. So, it's all happening. I've said it in a comment. The policy. There are people talking about Hillary Clinton. The policy goals of Hillary Clinton are being brought to fruition much more efficiently under Donald Trump than they would have been under Hillary Clinton. Under Hillary Clinton, nothing would have happened. You would have got nothing. There would have been a war up there. Or I don't know, they might have gotten something done, but probably really not very much. Now you got Donald Trump, and you're getting all of this stuff that would have happened, ideally anyway. Because you have to, you have to give the corporate America, you got to give them people to cut. You got to give them people their cut. That's all there is to it. That's why Obamacare is not going away. All the people out there that complain about the libertarians complaining about Obamacare, that's not going away. Corporate socialism is not going away. Too many people making money on that stuff, man. So, hey, and you can stomp and shoot and spit. Anyway, I thought this lady was funny as hell. She nailed it. She hit the nail on the head in a lot of ways. And I know that Sarah Huckabee Sanders is not happy, but tough shit. Sorry, ma'am. Tough shit. If it stings, why does it sting? She went in there this woman went in there to lance a boil. And, Donald Trump was, once again, in closing, Donald Trump was put in office because he was the truth teller who made everybody cringe with all of his truth telling, which is precisely what Michelle Wolf did at this dinner. So, tough shit. Don't like it, eat it, bitches. My name is R. Crosby Lyles, and this has been News from the Can.